Hey guys, welcome back. Today we are going to be learning about parallel lines and lines cut by a transversal. So what is a transversal? A transversal is a line that intersects two or more lines. So let's do some vocabulary. Vertical angles are two angles that are opposite from each other, and they are congruent. Corresponding angles are angles that are in the same position of each line. These are also congruent. Alternate interior angles are interior angles that are on opposite sides and positions of the transversal. These are congruent. Same-side interior angles are interior angles that are on opposite sides and positions of the transversals. These are supplementary and they are equal to 180 degrees. Alternate exterior angles are exterior angles that are on opposite sides and positions of the angle. They are congruent. And same-side exterior angles are exterior angles that are on the same side of the transversal. These are supplementary and equal to 180 degrees. Determine the relationship based on the given angles. If none apply, write none. Alright, so angle 1 and angle 6. So this is angle 1, this is angle 6. We can see that they're on the same side of the transversal. So they're on the same side of this line, which is our transversal. And 1 is on the exterior side, it's on the outside, and 6 is also on the outside. So since they're on the same side and they're both on the outside, this would be same side exterior. Alright, 1 and 4. This is pretty easy to identify. These are right across from each other. They're congruent, they're vertical angles. Angle 3 and angle 5. So angle 3 is over here and angle 5 is over here. Angle 3 is on one side of the transversal, and angle 5 is on the other side, but they're both on the interior side, so this would be alternate interior angles. Angle 8 and angle 5, they're both on the same side of the transversal, but angle 5 is on the interior and angle 8 is on the exterior. So these would be corresponding angles. Angles 2 and angle 7. Again, pretty easy to identify, right across from each other. These are vertical angles. Alright, angle 8 and angle 6. So they're on opposite sides of the transversal. Angle 8's on this side, angle 6 is on this side, but they're both on the exterior side of their lines. So this would be alternate exterior. Angle 3 and angle 7. Angle 3 is on one side of the transversal, and angle 7 is on the other. But they're also, angle 3 is interior, angle 7 is exterior. This would be something like alternate corresponding or alternate exterior interior, which doesn't even exist, so it would be none. 4 and 5. They're both on the same side of the transversal, and they're both interior. So our answer would be same side interior. Lines L and M are parallel and intersected by transversal T. Determine the relationship based on the given angles and determine whether they are supplementary or congruent or neither. Alright, so angle 9 and angle 16. We can see that 9 is on one side of the transversal, 16 is on the other, and they are both exterior angles. So it would be alternate exterior, and we know that alternate exterior is congruent. So our answer would be alternate exterior and congruent. All right, angles 15 and 11. Pretty easy. We can see that angle 15 is on one side, angle 11 is on the other. We don't even need that. We can see that easily they make a semicircle. They're on the same line. They're a linear pair, which we know is equal to 180 degrees. That's our linear pair. So it would be linear pair equal to 180 degrees, which is supplementary. Angle 10 and angle 15. This one's pretty easy to identify. It's on opposite sides of the transversal, but they're both interior angles. Angle 10 is on the inside, and so is angle 15. So it would be alternate interior angles. We know that alternate interior angles are congruent, so that is our answer. Angle 12 and angle 15. My favorite kind of angles, vertical angles, super easy. We know that vertical angles are congruent, so that is our answer. Angle 9 and angle 11. Okay, well, they're both on the same side. Angle 9's exterior, though, and angle 11 is interior. So we know that they are corresponding angles. Corresponding angles are congruent. Angle 9 and angle 15. They're on opposite sides of the transversal, but angle 9's on the exterior and angle 15's on the interior. There's nothing that could apply for that, so our answer would be none. Angle 15 and angle 14. They're on the same side of the transversal, and they're both interior angles. So our answer would be same side interior, which we know is supplementary and equal to 180 degrees. Angle 13 and angle 10, again my favorite kind of angles, vertical angles, which we know is always congruent. So that's our answer. Assume the given lines R and S are parallel. Find all the missing angles. Alright, so we just need to fill in all the angles that they don't give. We know that that and that are going to be vertical angles, so that will be 75. We also know that this will be 75, and so will that. We know that because of all of our little rules. There's alternate interior, there's alternate exterior, corresponding, there's a bunch. So vertical angles, everything. So at some point you just kind of get used to it. It will get so much easier once you just keep on practicing. All right, we know that this is a linear pair, which means they're equal to 180. 180 minus 180 minus 75 is 105. So 105 will be that. And then we know that vertical angles would put 105 over there as well. And 105 would go there as well as there. All right, so let's move on. We know that vertical angles would put 143 over there and 143 over there as well. Then we know that linear pair would make the missing angle 37. And we can fill out the rest because of the vertical angles, alternate interior, corresponding, all of those. All right, then for this next one, we know that 98 and 98 are those vertical angles. And we would fill in for those as well for our alternate interior and corresponding. And then we would do our linear pair. This is just the same, even though we have two lines, we're just doing one at a time. So that is equal to 180. 180 minus 98 is 82. Then we would fill in our vertical angles and our alternate interior and our corresponding. After we do that, we're going to move on to the next line, which just gives us 100, which we know we can fill in for our vertical angles and our alternate interior, corresponding, etc. And we also know that we have our linear pairs, which are equal to 180, and 180 minus 100 is 80. So that would be our missing value. 80 degrees, fill that in, and we found all of our missing angles. All right, assume the lines are parallel, find the value of x. All right, for this one over here, we have 3x plus 10 and 5x minus 10. We know that those are alternate interior, and we know that those vertical angles are going to be congruent. But 3x plus 10 and 5x minus 10 are alternate interior angles, which we know are congruent. So we're going to do 3x plus 10 is equal to 5x minus 10. That's 2x is equal to 20, which would make x equal to 10. And we know that this whole thing, our 3x plus 10 and 5x plus minus 10, is alternate interior, so we'll write that down. All right, our next one, 6x and 5x plus 15. We know that these are corresponding angles, which are congruent again. So we'll write down corresponding, and we'll set these congruent to each other. So 6x is equal to 5x plus 15, which would make x equal to 15. All right, next we have 3x and 75. Super easy, we know that these are vertical angles, which are congruent to each other, so 3x is equal to 75. X is equal to 25. That is our answer. And once again, we know it's vertical, so we'll just write that down there. All right, next we have our 20x plus 5 and 24x minus 1. These are same side interior, which we know are equal to 180. It's supplementary. So 20x plus 5 plus 24x minus 1 is equal to 180. That's 44x is equal to 176. X is equal to 4. Alright guys, that is it for this video. This was Parallel Lines. Thanks for watching, and as always, I will catch you later. Bye!